The Book of Jonah by Peter Spier. One day, as Jonah the prophet was going about his everyday work, the Lord God spoke to him. "Jonah, I want you to go to the great city of Nineveh with a message from me. I have seen their evil ways. If they do not change, I must punish them." Without delay, Jonah packed his things, said goodbye to his family, and set out for the coast. But he did not go to Nineveh. Instead, he found a ship bound for Spain, paid his fare, and went on board. Jonah was running away from God. A few days out to sea, God sent a fierce storm after Jonah. The ship was in danger of breaking up, and the sailors were terrified. There was a babel of voices as each man prayed to his own God for help. They threw the cargo overboard to lighten the ship, but still the storm raged. Jonah, the only passenger, was asleep in the hold. The desperate captain found him there. "Wake up and pray to your God," he cried. "Maybe he can save us." The winds were so strong and the waves so high that the sailors realized this was no ordinary storm. Someone must be to blame, they agreed. They threw dice to decide who it was. The dice pointed to Jonah. The sailors turned on him. "Who are you?" they shouted. "Why have you brought this upon us?" "I am a Hebrew," replied Jonah. "I worship the Lord, the God of heaven, who made land and sea. He has given me a job to do that is too hard for me. I'm running away from him." The sailors were horrified when they heard what Jonah had done. "What can we do so that your God will stop the storm?" they asked. "Throw me into the sea," replied Jonah. He knew the sailors were in danger because of what he had done. If necessary, he must die to save them. No one wanted to see Jonah drown, so they rowed hard to get the boat to safety, but it was no good. The storm seemed to grow more fierce with every stroke. Finally, they realized that they too were fighting against God. So they prayed, "O Lord God, do not punish us if this man drowns, for this is your doing. The storm is in your hands." Then they threw Jonah into the angry waves. In what seemed like minutes, the storm began to lose its fury. The waves died down. The battered ship sailed into calm waters, and all was quiet. Suddenly, there was a swirl of water near the ship. As the horrified sailors watched, a huge fish broke the surface of the water, swallowed the helpless Jonah, and disappeared from sight. To his amazement, Jonah found that he could breathe inside the fish. He prayed to God, asking to be forgiven for his disobedience. After 3 days and nights, God commanded the fish to return Jonah to the dry land. As he lay on the beach recovering from his terrible journey, Jonah heard once again the unmistakable voice of God. "Jonah, go to Nineveh with my warning." This time, without a moment's hesitation, Jonah set out for Nineveh, the greatest city in the world. Jonah entered the city and began to speak to the people. "I come with a message from God," he cried. "Change your ways, or Nineveh will be destroyed in 40 days. To Jonah's surprise, the people of Nineveh took his message seriously. Rich and poor alike, dressed in rough sackcloth as a sign of their change of heart, and prayed to God for his forgiveness and mercy. Even the mighty king of Nineveh stepped down from his throne, laid aside his crown, and put on sackcloth. He issued a decree: "Let neither man nor beast, ox or sheep, eat anything. Do not let them graze or drink water, but let man and beast be covered with sackcloth and pray to God with all their might. They shall all turn from their violent and evil ways. It may be that God will have mercy on us, and we will not die." God heard their prayers and knew that they were truly sorry for their wrongdoing. He decided to be merciful and forgive them, allowing them a new start. The 40th day came, and everyone in the city waited anxiously to see if God would answer their prayers. As the sun went down on a peaceful evening, they knew that they had been spared. They cried and laughed together in joy and relief. But Jonah did not join in the celebrations. He was furious. "I thought things would turn out this way," he complained. "That is why I tried to run away in the first place. I knew you would let these people off because you are a patient, kind God, always ready to be loving and merciful. Yet you made me tell them you would destroy their city in 40 days. Jonah stormed out of the city. High on the hilltop overlooking the city walls, Jonah threw himself down under a rough shelter. He felt so bitter and confused he wanted to die. Then a strange thing happened. From nowhere, God provided Jonah with a beautiful, shady vine to protect him from the sun. But just as Jonah was beginning to feel better, God sent a creature to chew through the vine and destroy it. Jonah was mystified. He sat miserably in the hot sun and asked, "What are you doing, God?" "Jonah," came the reply, "the vine was beautiful and useful. You were right to be angry when it was destroyed. I feel the same about Nineveh." Nineveh is a great and beautiful city, home to thousands of innocent people and animals. I take no delight in destruction. I long for the people to leave their wrongdoing and turn to me. And that is exactly what the people of Nineveh did. And with great joy and rejoicing, they were spared, freed by God's merciful embrace.